Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I
So,
think we can start now.
yes, we should actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here is Kamran Bhai from actually he is alumni of Aligarh Muslim University, and he have done his bachelor's in mechanical engineering in 2020, and he was the silver medalist of his batch. And then he also he represented AMU in various national and international events, and went to UK for with college for the Formula student team. And he also have published a patent in Indian Patent Journal. And currently he is in France doing his first semesters of the masters, and he is the aspect. He is actually Erasmus Mundus scholar. So I would give this. I will hand over the meet to Kamran Bhai, and he will start everything. Okay.
Jazakallah Abdul. So, Assalamu alaikum to everyone. I hope I'm audible. If at any time during the webinar my voice, if at any time during the webinar my voice starts to break or is there some issue, you can always message that in the chat box.
Sure.
I'll try to keep it a look on the chat box. Before starting, I was told to make this webinar in Hindi and Urdu so that it would be much more accessible to everyone. But I have been requested by a few international students. They also want to join in. So I guess it's better for everyone if we try to keep this in English. However, I invite every one of you, you can ask me questions in whatever language you prefer. It's totally fine with me. I'll try to answer in the best possible way. Do not hesitate just because you are speaking Hindi or English. It's totally fine. Be comfortable. We are here to help each other out. There is no need to be conscious about English. English is just a medium of instruction, medium of communication, nothing more. Even Europe even doesn't pay that much attention to language. So do not worry. You can ask your questions and doubts in Hindi, Urdu, English, whatever you prefer. Or you can simply type them in the chat box. We'll take all the questions at the end of the webinar and I will try to answer each one of them. Okay, so should we start? Okay, so I should start. Sorry?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So I shall start by presenting a small presentation and then we shall have the question and answer session. So Abdul probably told a little bit about me. I am right now in France. I'm doing my master's in mechanical engineering. Actually, it's not exactly mechanical engineering. It's in advanced solid mechanics. The programs in Erasmus are not that generic. They are very specific. So it's a streamline of mechanical engineering. It's advanced solid mechanics. Currently, I'm in France. I'll be moving to Italy, Poland, Belgium, and Greece in the span of 2 years for my master's. And I'm also the student president of Academic Board 2 Strains. So if any of the mechanical engineering students joining us, and if they want to apply to this course, I would be happy to help you in a personal sense as well. Okay. Okay, I guess you guys can see my presentation, right?
Yes, Kamran Bhai, it is visible.
Okay. So there is before starting, this is how you should read my presentation. I've tried to divide it into 2 sections. The first one is the things which every applicant know, or I should say every applicant should know. These are the very primitive things about application. That what is EMGMD, why we should apply for it, how and when. This is nothing new. This is very primitive information. Anyone with internet and mobile can access this information. I believe there was a webinar a few days ago. It was delivered by Ubaid Bhai and Savar Bhai. They did a very good job in presenting all the details about the application. So I'm not gonna go very deep into them. I would rather try to give you guys some of the tips and tricks which are more important, I believe, to stand your application out and help you win this scholarship. Okay.
Kamran, would you mind if I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
At the beginning of the session.
Sure,
I'm sorry to
please.
interrupt you in between.
No, it's fine.
Actually, about this meeting, I heard from one of my friends, and he has done bachelor's from AMU, and right now he's pursuing master's from Australia, and his name is Ubaid Akhtar. And so I saw his story posting about this session. So actually, I'm a software engineer, and I've been working since 2 years, and I have total experience of 2 years. And now I was looking to pursue masters from Ireland, or I mean any of the European countries, but I found that Ireland will be more feasible for me because it's English spoken country. And so I got the offer letter as well from one of the universities,
Okay.
and I also got this scholarship. But still, after even getting this scholarship, that is not sufficient enough to you know to fulfill my entire course fee, because it's to as per the Indian currency, it's not affordable from my side. So
Okay.
I was told by my friend that this proper session would be suggesting you for to get these scholarships. So is this
Yeah.
specifically for the MU students, or any other one can join and apply for it?
It's not specific to AMU students. We encourage more and more AMU students to join the session, apply for it, but no, it's not specific.
Okay.
Anyone can join. It's totally fine.
All right. So
And
that was the first question. And the second thing, like,
yeah.
what will be the eligibility criteria to apply for these scholarships? Because I, since you have mentioned that this Erasmus Mundus course, I mean, this structure, or the organization, whatever it is, this will be providing the scholarships to any particular countries or the students, or anyone can apply for it as well. Like I already have this offer letter from the university. Now, am I eligible to apply on it or not?
Okay. The short answer is no. This Erasmus Mundus organization, they do not provide scholarships. They actually provide master's courses, and those master courses are fully funded by them. So it's not like that you first have to apply to some university, get the admit, and then apply for grant. There are other methods to do so. If you want, there are other methods to do so. Currently, for this webinar, we are focusing only on those special master's programs which are offered by Erasmus Mundus.
Okay, got
And
it.
yeah, and the
All right. So,
benefits of
is it also offering any of the software engineering courses? Like,
yes. I'll let you know all these things. Let me complete this webinar.
oh, sure,
A
definitely,
lot of
definitely.
questions of
Just
you.
wanted
Yeah.
to confirm it before going forward, because if it will be not useful for me, so that's why I just asked the question. Thank you so much.
No issues, no issues. A lot of your questions will be answered automatically when I finish this webinar.
Yep, sure,
But
definitely.
you can ask them again once we are in the Q&A session. Okay.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Just to clear, on the same note, to clarify, what is this EMGMD? It's actually an Erasmus Mundus joint master's degree. If you can look at like joint master's degree, because it is delivered jointly by a consortium of universities in Europe and not by a single university. What it means is that 3-4 universities in Europe, like they collaborate, and then they offer their resources, their labs, their teaching faculty to offer a 2 years master's program. Usually students spend 1 year in one country, in one university, one semester in one university, and another semester in another university. They at least have to travel to 2 countries, and by the end of their master's program, after 2 years, they'll get a joint diploma. Joint diploma means that they'll get diplomas from each and every university of their consortium. So it's like you are getting 4 or 5, depending upon the number of universities, degrees by the end of 2 years. These, as I said, like usually what happens that EMGMD is heavily funded by European Union. European Union, as you all know, it's like the union of the 28 best countries of Europe. So no matter where you get your degree from, you will be eligible to apply for work visa, for PhDs, for other stuff across Europe. These EMGMD, I would again reiterate, they offer study programs like masters and PhD as well. And once you get selected into those study programs, then they offer you full ride scholarship to study those specific programs. Okay. So there is 3 very unique features of this master's program, which sets it apart from any other regular masters. First of all, it's a very specialized master's. It's like, it's not like, for example, what we are used to have masters in India, in Aligarh or anywhere across, we have seen like masters in mechanical engineering, or say masters in business administration. So these programs are a bit different. They do not offer you a generic master's. They offer a very specific master's. For example, you will be working on a very specific field of your choice, and then you'll get a degree in that field. It doesn't mean that you cannot, it doesn't mean that you are not qualified for that generic field, but it just means that you are very much specialized into a very specific field of your choice, of your stream. For example, my master's is in advanced solid mechanics, which any of the engineering students might know. It's a field of mechanical engineering. So to apply for this program, I should have a degree in mechanical engineering. But after this master's, I'll still be eligible to apply for any PhD program or any second master's if I want to in mechanical engineering. So it's since it's very unique, the reason for it to be unique is that the European consortium, like these programs started in 1990s when there was an economic boom. So European Commission like recognized there is specific need of a few fields in which Europe can excel. So they needed more talent in those fields. And therefore what they do, they look out for the current need of the hour in fields, for example, say tourism, or say spectroscopy in chemistry, or say advanced oil mechanics, which is my field. And then they try to offer a very good master's program, which will not only train students from all across the world, but will also equip them with the skills they need to directly go and being absorbed in industry right after their master's. And the good thing about is this, since they are making these master's program as per the need of the hour basis, so there are a lot of opportunities for you as soon as you graduate, because that's currently what is needed in Europe. So it's better than the regular masters because you don't have to look for opportunities, work opportunities, like the consortium will automatically provide it to you. Moreover, usually these consortiums also have industry partners. For example, my consortium has 6 industry partners, and they're quite big industry partners. You can do your master thesis in those partners. And if you do that, you'll automatically be absorbed, not automatically, but most of the time you're actually absorbed for a full-time job offer from these industries. The third biggest thing about is that, second was the industry collaboration. The third biggest is the mobility it offers. Like unlike any regular masters, you will be needed to at least travel to a second country in your masters, in a second university, and at least do one semester in that university. But it's not that simple. Usually what happens, it's like you will be offered more options. Like my consortium is made up of 6 universities of 5 countries. So if I want, I can actually travel to different countries in every semester. And once I graduate, I'll get degrees from all these universities. So in that way, it's nice. It will offer you a true European education, as you will not be restricted to a single European country, but actually the entire European continent. The one thing which I've highlighted in here is that they have a very predefined selection criteria, because the master's is very unique. So they need you to be very specific in those things, be it credits or something, or be it in the bachelor's degree you had. So you have to take care of that as well. I guess there is something in the chat. Okay, nothing. Okay. Okay, so second is why we should apply for this.
It seems like the recording has been stopped.
Okay, can you start it, Abdul?
Actually, my laptop just got hanged and the recording also stopped.
Okay, do you want me to start it? It will not start from.
If it's possible, you can just record it.
Okay. Okay, Abdul, it says that I need to ask permission from the host. You'll have to do it from your end, I guess, because I've asked if you can see it, if you can allow me the permission.
Yeah, I think now you are host.
Okay, let me check. Yeah, it started. I'm afraid we lost the first part of the presentation because our recording will be starting from here.
I think that has been recorded and it is disconnected.
Okay, then we can add that recording to this recording, and then we can make a video. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's continue. Why we should apply for this program? Apart from the scholarship, which is a very tempting thing of this program, the good thing is, since it's a very sought after program, you'll find a huge alumni base of these programs, like 20,000 alumni up till date. And then there are hundreds of Erasmus Society groups. Erasmus is a very known name in Europe. There are student associations, there are academic associations. Once you get that Erasmus tag in your CV, it would be very easy for you to do business, do jobs, get into PhDs in Europe and worldwide. Okay, the second biggest thing is the funding, which I guess a lot of us are interested in, and we should be. I was also there. The funding is like out of this world. I have never seen any program which offers this much of amount of funding for a master's student. The moment I can tell you, like I have spent like 3 months in here, and the moment you'll get your offer letter from Erasmus, until the day you graduate, you will not have to spend a single penny on your master's. Any amount you can even think of, and imagine that you're gonna be spending on your master's, anything, European Union is gonna fund that. Believe me, everything from your visa application, from your residence permit, from your traveling to India, to these countries, traveling within Europe, traveling back to India after your master's, each and everything is funded. Even they give funds to like buy some laptop or some iPhones or cameras if you want. So it's a very heavily funded program. Obviously, you don't have to pay any application fee, neither any tuition fee. If I give you a breakthrough on a very roughly basis, it's like your full tuition fee is funded. You will get 3,000 euros per year to travel in Europe from your country, and 3,000 euros is quite much. Like we don't use that much amount actually. Then you get 1,000 euros per year, only one time. That's an installation cost if you need to buy something, maybe a laptop or something. And then you get 1,000 euros per month as your living expenditure. So this on and all approx to 50,000 euros, which is a very huge amount. So this, I believe that this amount of funding actually tells like how much Europe pays attention to these programs, and how much they're gonna like be, like how much value they assign to the students who pass from these programs as well. And also you will have a lot of opportunity to travel in Europe as a part of your master's only, and that will be funded by European Union as well. Okay, so how to apply to these programs? It's very simple. If you can see the link I have shared on my screen, just go to this link. It's a catalog of the master's programs EMJMD offer. This catalog keeps on changing every year. Currently, there are around 150 programs, I guess. And these programs are not any field specific, like they can be engineering, they can be arts, commerce, humanities, sciences. You just have to look for them. Go to the catalog. There are a lot of filter options. Just type in your field of choice into the filter and search. They'll show you only the relevant programs. You can apply to maximum 3 programs in a year. Choose those 3 programs, and every program has a specific website of those programs. Go to that website. That website is so good, it's so mature. Any of the query you have to that program, maybe it's application date, what to apply, what documents you need, when can you apply or you cannot apply, anything and everything is covered in that website. You do not have to worry or go to any seniors or anywhere to know these very specific details. Everything is on the website. And these programs usually have 2 calls. One is for the scholarship. That means once you apply to these programs, and if you get selected, you'll automatically be granted scholarship. You do not have to apply for a scholarship separately. The scholarship is considered as a part of your application itself. That's the first call. It usually opens in October, a year advance, like a year prior. That means if you have to go for 2022, for example, then the October, which just passed, like it starts from 2021, right? So it's from October to February. So most of the calls are actually opening up now. The call for my program will be opening up soon in the late of this month. And then after February, there is again one more call. That's for non-scholarship students. That usually opens in March and ends up in a month, like in April also. The non-scholarship call, as the name suggests, will not give you scholarship. But the good thing is, like the consortium has the power to waive off your application and your tuition fee. So even if you get selected in non-scholarship call, you can ask the consortium, and by consortium I means the group of universities which we're gonna be handling our program. And they have a lot of funding, a lot of power. They can waive off your entire tuition fee, and they can also give you a little bit of living expense as well. So I've seen a lot of students coming for non-scholarship as well, and they are not spending that much. It's similar to like in Germany, because you won't, not necessarily, but most probably you will not have to pay your tuition fee for non-scholarship calls. Actual deadlines will vary for each and every program. There is no specific deadline for every program. To know the deadline of your program, you have to go to the website, search it, and it will tell you there itself. Also, my advice would be for you to do not wait for the deadlines. These applications actually very meticulously select applicants. So I would suggest you to look for the deadlines and start applying now. Spend at least 1 month in your application, make a very solid SOP, LOR, whatever is needed, which I'm gonna just go through in my webinar right now, and apply before the deadline. Do not wait for the deadline. Okay. So a lot of students have asked me to share about my details, my profile as well. Before going into it, I would like to tell you one thing. In these programs, they look into the overall profile of the applicants and not only on a single criteria. So if you find something which is in my profile and is missing from your profile, does not necessarily means you cannot get selected. Or if I do not have something and you have something, does not necessarily means that I was not good enough. What I mean to say is that you need to focus on your entire profile development. And if something is missing from your profile, no matter, you should work on your strengths and try to be as comprehensive as possible. If you can find, there is a QR code here. You can scan this QR code. It will have all my social media handles, be it Facebook, Instagram, or ResearchGate, and my WhatsApp number. You can always contact me on these details. If you want, you can take a screenshot of it, or you can scan it right now. I'll wait for 2 seconds for this. Okay. Okay, so a very short introduction about my profile. I was pretty decent in academics. As Abdul said, I graduated with silver medal in my university. I got a lot of academic merit awards. Listen, being good in academics is definitely a good thing to apply for these programs, but it's not a necessary. Like I have seen students who were quite decent in my class. They are students who are quite decent in academics, but they have done a lot of extracurriculars. So it's not necessary that you have to be on the very top level of your class to be selected. But yeah, grades will never hurt you. The better the grades, the better chances are. Then I have done a few projects as well. I was in my Formula student team of my college. I did like 3 projects. 2 were from Formula student. 1 was in my bachelor's thesis project. Remember, the bachelor's thesis project is quite important. If you are doing something unique and if it can solve a real world problem, then it will have a very good impact. So any bachelor students who are joining this webinar, and if you haven't decided your bachelor's project right now, or you can make some changes, I would recommend you do something which actually solves a real world problem. For example, mine, the design development of airflow measurement technology. This was actually the fluid mechanics lab in our college needed a tool which can help them to measure airflow. So they were like thinking of buying that thing from the market. But like my advisor, my guide, and we decided, okay, no, we can make this thing. It's not that difficult. And we tried to make it, and alhamdulillah, we successfully completed our project. And it's right now it's in our fluid mechanics lab. So it's a very good, this will help you to write a good SOP as well, because you have done a real thing. This is very specific to engineering students. For other students, I do not know how their bachelor's is done, but like you can always go on to the websites of their chosen program and they'll let you know what they need, whether they need a bachelor's project or not. Then I have done a lot of MOOCs, more than I can remember. MOOCs are a very, very good platform to help you strengthen your profile. If somebody who does not know what a MOOC is a massive open online courses. It means that you can do a short course, usually 6 to 8 weeks, online on websites like Coursera and edX from different universities across the world. The good thing is, for example, if you chose some program and you think that your profile does not align very well with those programs, you can go on to these MOOC websites and do a few MOOCs on them. And then you will have a lot of things to write in your SOP as well. And the more the relevant your profile, the more relevant the SOP is to the program, the more your chances are to be get selected into them. So MOOCs is a very good thing. Do try to do as many as you can. Then I have a very brief experience with research as well. I did a research internship in my sophomore year. It was in Bhabha Atomic Research Center, which is a flagship defense research organization in India. Then I tried to publish a patent. It got published in the Indian Patent Journal. It's on regenerative braking systems. It hasn't been granted yet, but it's going to take like 3-4 years to be granted. So hoping for it as well. And then I have some work experience as well. All these things, you may not need all of these things to be get selected into them, but whatever you think your strengths are, try to improve on them and then play on your strengths. Okay. Okay. Now, the most important thing why we are in here for this webinar. These are the things, these are the tips and the tricks I would like to give you guys, which would help you to stand apart from other applications. Because believe me, for every program receives like more than 10,000 applications. And the screening committee is usually made up of professors of the universities who already have a full-time job. So they do not have that much time to like meticulously read each and every applicant. So what they're gonna do, they're gonna read some part of your application, and if they cannot, and if that doesn't interest their confidence in you, they're gonna skip your application. They're not even gonna read the complete thing. So you have to stand apart. So the first thing I would like to suggest you for that is to say and don't just say, but be heard. Now, what does that mean is like, what happens if we, for example, in our SOPs or LORs, when we write something, we are definitely going to write about ourselves. Like, okay, we have done these projects, we are good in academic standings, we have got these many marks. But what happens? A lot of applicants have already done those things. So the selection committee is not going to remember you, because that's very common. Everyone has done that. So how are they going to remember you? They're going to remember you when you are going to tell them something which they want to listen, right? Something which they want to hear. Now the big question is like, how do we know what do they want to hear? Exactly, right? And I'm going to tell you how to know what they want to hear. So if you can look into this link I have shared, it's a very good link because it's an Erasmus program guide. This is a guide which tells you about all the Erasmus programs and what are the intentions of forming this program. Because you know what, like I believe eventually everything boils down to money, right? They are paying students from different countries, Europe, usually non-European countries, a huge sum of money to come and study in their countries, and then they are free. Usually a lot of scholarship programs, say Fulbright from US or Commonwealth scholarships, they have a catch, like after studying you have to go back to your home country. But in Erasmus there is no such catch. So why are they like doing this? Why are they being so generous to us? The reason is because there are few small specific points they have to fulfill to be a part of European Union and to be a member, continuous member here. And that's why they have made this international programs. This program guide is actually a huge book. I do not remember, it's like 400-500 pages. You do not have to read the entire book, skim read it. But there is a section where they tells like, if you are a student from a program country or a partner country, we Indians and usually other African countries, most probably all the non-European countries, they come under partner country. So these Erasmus programs have to fulfill and provide some guidance to these partner countries, be it in their higher education or something. And that's the catchphrase. That's what we can play our strengths to. And that's what even I use in my application as well. Because for these Erasmus programs, they have to select few applicants. And they have to say that, okay, by selecting these applicants, we are helping these partner countries in their higher education. So if you can somehow in your application prove them that by after studying in these programs, I'm gonna fulfill that criteria which you already have, then you stand apart. And that's what they're looking for. This is something which is not mentioned on their website, but that's something which they continuously look for. It's a very good thing. I'm going to share this presentation in PDF form after this. You can go on to this link and try to read that thing and try to see how you can relate your profile, your academic goals with their goals. Okay. Second tip from my side would be, do not talk the walk. If you know what it means that sometimes some things which have to be demonstrated practically, you cannot just go on by saying that these things are to be done and that's it. You have to demonstrate them. For example, we do a lot of in MU. We are very profound of debating and doing a lot of stuff. So we usually tend to develop a lot of soft skills, right? So instead of writing these things in your SOP that okay, I'm good at debating, or I have a I'm a leader, I'm a leader, I'm good at these things or other soft skills. If you can somehow like instill that thing in your profile without actually saying that. For example, if you have done some research, you have good research papers, then you must know how a research article is written, right? It has to follow a flow of thought, a very meticulous pattern of writing. If in your LOR SOP you follow that flow of thought, and after reading that, it appears that okay, someone who is quite mature in research experience has written this because it follows the pattern what a research paper should look like. That's what is going to stand you apart again, because then you are demonstrating your soft skills, and it becoming so apparent without even telling that thing. So it's a very important thing. Try to do that. You'll have three opportunities to interact with the selection committee. One will be your LOR, that is the letter of recommendation. The second will be your SOP, the statement of purpose, and the third would be an interview. What happens usually after the first call, they try to shortlist students on the basis of their profile, and then they call them for an interview, and those students who qualify interview are actually finally offered this position. So try to work on those soft skills and show them that you're actually good in them, right? And also in the interview, there is one tip from my side. This what happens, they in the interview, they're not going to check your intellectual ability or your technical skills, because that's they already know from your CV. What they're going to check is like how mature or how prepared you are for these programs. So the good thing about is that they do not come with a set of predefined questions. When the selection committee will take your interview, they will not have a predefined 10 questions which they're going to ask you. Rather, they just want to have a conversation with you, just to look like how confidently or how passionate you are about the programs. So what's a good thing about is that since they do not have a set of questions, you can redirect that interview towards those things which you know better. Say, for example, if you think like it's difficult for me to give a technical interview, and the selection committee has started to ask technical questions, so it's how cleverly can you redirect from technical to other skills. For example, I did that in my interview. They were asking something about the very elementary definition of stress and strains, which is a very elementary question in mechanical engineering. But I wanted to talk more about my experiences because I thought that was more profound in my resume. So I explained that with a real world scenario where I was in UK and we were doing something, and I learned that definition by a practical experience. And then you know what, the next question was the next question they asked me was on UK, on my practical experience. So they forgot about the technical stuff and they started asking me about what I did there and everything. And that's what I wanted them to ask actually. So I redirected the interview, which you can also do that. Okay. So the third point is don't be ordinary. By ordinary, I means no matter how good grades you have, no matter how good research experience you have, no matter how good work experience you have, believe me, in your class and in the application phase, there will be someone who is always better than you. There will be someone who is always have better grades than you. There'll always be someone who has more research experience. I'm not trying to demotivate you. I'm just trying to say that with all that, the good thing is that's not the selection criteria is. Good grades, high research experience, good work experience, these all things count, but that is not the selection criteria. The selection criteria is how well can you stand out from all these things. And the only way I believe to stand out is how passionate you are towards that program, how much invested you are towards that program. And that could only be done if you know very well like what the program is going to offer, what are the objectives, and how can you coming to that program and your future goals can actually help them achieve their goals as well. For example, my program, it tends to offer solution in wind energy and railways in solid mechanics field. So I try to write a few of my experiences in my SOP, which I said that it's gonna help me make a better engineer, and I would like to go into these fields. They never mentioned in their website that these are the fields they want to go. They just said that these are the criteria they want, right? And I try to make my profile like aligned to the criteria they are looking for, rather than just stating what my achievements are. So do not state your achievements, try to align them with what they are looking for. And that's what I direct in next statement: every achievement counts if you can make it count, right? And the last one is survival of the fittest. That's because the selection committee knows that this Erasmus program is not a regular program. It's a very unique because it offers mobility. It actually not offers, it requires you to move to at least 2 to 3 European countries during a very short span of 2 years. And what happens, it brings its own set of challenges. It's not easy to move to a new country every 6 months with a different language, different food, different culture, different teaching methodology. For example, right now I'm in France, and believe me, like 99% of people here do not speak English. All they speak is French, and I know nothing French. So it's a challenge for me. It's a challenge for everybody. And then next semester I'll be going to Poland. Like it's a new country, new language, new food, everything. So the selection committee is very much known about this fact. So if you can somehow tell them, okay, that you are mature enough to handle these challenges very well, then believe me, that's gonna matter more than just scoring a very good grade on your resume. So if you have done some, if you have some international exposure, or if you have written some blogs or communicated in an international community, or the very good thing about is that all Indians, I guess, we know at least two languages, right? English, Hindi, Urdu. We know at least two languages. So we are multilingual. And that's a very good thing in Europe, because a lot of Europeans are not multilingual. They just know their native language. For example, in France, a lot of people only know French. They do not know English. But if you can flex on your ability to understand and to be compatible with different languages, that's something which Erasmus offers as a challenge. And you already have experience to tackle that challenge, right? So it's going to help you a lot. So try to inculcate these things in your SOP, rather than simple stating facts that you have won this award and won those medals. Those are very good things. You should write them. But these are the few subtle things which is going to help you stand out from the rest of the applicants. So try to do it very subtly. Be a smooth operator on that. Okay. Okay, this is a few of the bonus snaps from my application. I should not be sharing this. It's not a good practice to share your SOP and LOR, but I'm gonna do that anyway, just to let you guys know, like what I have been telling, what I have been jibber jabbering for the past half an hour is how you should actually do it. What happens, like in my program, they did not ask for a specific SOP. Rather, they asked me like 4 questions, and I have to answer those questions, which actually is what we usually write in our SOP. Like what are our academic goals, like and how do we see ourselves in 10 years, 5 years? How can this program help us and our community? Those were the specific program questions. I have just taken a snap of one question I wrote. You guys can like try to give it a look. Also, there is no right or wrong SOP. You do not have to worry a lot about your English skills. They do not need a flowery language, because believe me, a lot of Europeans do not understand English. So what we have done in our country is already very good English skills. So what we need to write is actually how can we instill that confidence that we are good on those skills, good on the promises we make, and how can we settle very well into the challenges which this master's program is going to offer to us. Also, it won't be a good idea to copy my SOP, because this screening committee, they are very, very, very expert in telling like if you have copied it from somewhere, because the flow of writing changes. Like for example, if you're gonna copy this paragraph I have shared into your SOP somehow, then the flow of thoughts is gonna change from the rest of the paragraphs, right? Obviously it's gonna change because someone else has written that, and it will become very apparent to them. Do not make that mistake. That would be the worst thing you can do to your application. Believe me, if they think like you have plagiarized, they're not gonna even look at your profile. They're just gonna reject it anyway because they have millions of other applicants to look into. And the last thing they want is copy pasted in their class. So take a like try to take an idea from what you should write, but do not copy that. Okay. This is a short snap of my letter of recommendation. I have seen a lot of students write a huge letter of recommendation, like 4 pages. Please do not do that. Okay, relevance is key in here. You do not have to write a long paragraph on letter of recommendations. Only include your relevant experiences with the professor or with the academician you are getting a letter of recommendation from. Also, try to include the number of years he has known you for, because that's going to impact, that's going to add weight to your application, that okay, this professor, this academic has known me for like 4 years, 5 years. So what he's going to say is actually true about myself. If you have done some like internship with a professor under an IIT professor for 3 months and you are getting a letter of recommendation from him, he's going to write that, okay, I known him for 3 months as a summer intern. And that's not a very good sign, because you cannot really judge a person in 3 months. And that is the reason why they're asking for letter of recommendations in the first place, because they want to judge you as a person, as a character, right? So try to get it from someone who has known you for quite a long time, or at least who can write it like, okay, I've known him for 5 years, even if he or she hasn't known you for 5 years. I'm not saying to say false things on letter of recommendation, but I'm just saying it's very important that you try to add that thing in your letter of recommendation, and then only include those things which you have done with those professors which are relevant to your profile. Okay. And the last thing, do not, never, ever use open letter of recommendations. Open letter of recommendations is something when we write a general LOR for all our applications. Like that's like that's is same as like hit and trial. You are hitting without even knowing where you want to go. And open letter of recommendations give a very bad image to the selection committee as well. So whenever you write a recommendation, ask your professor to ask them to include the name of the degree you're applying to, include the name of the university you're applying to, and then write only the relevant things which that degree is about to offer. Okay. Okay. So guys, that's all from my side. There are a few useful links on YouTube which you can look into. I also watched them before applying. They are very helpful. They tells us about the experiences of the past alumni. I'm pretty sure anyone who is serious about Erasmus has already seen these videos, but those who are starting now, they can look into it. And my only last advice would be like, do not underestimate yourself. Because in my class, I have seen students who have 10 years of work experience. And I have also seen students who are going to this master's program directly after the bachelor's. Even I'm also one of them. So there is no predefined set of criteria that you need to have like A+ in all your grades. You need to have 5 years of research experience. You need to have job experience. It's your overall profile that's going to matter. So try to play on your strengths and do the best you can. And we seen as always here to help you. I have already shared my contact details. If you need anything, be a proofread of your SOP or LOR or something, I'm always there for you. Also, one more thing, if you want to contact me, try to contact me on my email and not on my WhatsApp. I do not see my WhatsApp that regularly. I'm quite busy these days, but email, I try to check it regularly. So if you want amped response from my side, try to email me and not WhatsApp me. Okay, that's all from my side. Okay, I think so. We should now take a question and answer session. So if anybody of you have any questions, you can ask me and I would love to answer that. Let me check the chat box. Okay, so we have a question. Tanbai, can you please give a brief description about how to apply to MGMBS database complex? Okay, so I guess I have already told you, like to apply, you need to first go to that. Okay, let me again share my presentation. I'll show it again to you. Okay, so go to this catalog. Okay, this is go to this link. This link has the catalog of all the programs that are available. And once you have chosen any of the program you want to apply, then go to the specific website. The website will be mentioned on the catalog, do not worry. And that website will tell you each and everything about the application procedure. I cannot guide you specifically because every program has different requirements. I can only help you with the program I got selected into. But if you are, say, for example, an art student, or if you are a commerce student, then or the program you chose is different, then they'll have different guidelines. So I can help you, like if you choose the programs, and I can look into the website and tell you as well. But these websites are very mature. They specify things very clearly. I don't think so you will have any problem. Okay.
All right. So I assume like there should be the details also available for the documentation that will be required to apply for the specific courses, right?
Yes, 100%. Everything is available there in a very meticulous, in a very comprehensive format. You will not have any. They have actually given you a checklist of all the documents you need. You can check that out.
Like you just showed on your presentation that there was a specific slide which was mentioning about your expertise. I mean, the projects and the short courses that you have done. So
Mhm.
specifically, we should be creating that particular slide to submit there, or I mean, is there any specific format
Okay,
to
okay.
present? Yeah.
Okay. So what happens, like these AMGT programs, first of all, you'll have to apply. And when you apply, then they'll ask you, usually what they do, they ask for a LOR, SOP, and your CV, and one or more documents which states where you live. That's it. You do not have to upload any slides or something.
All right.
But once you have uploaded these things, they're gonna screen your application, and then they select like 5% of applicants from the total, and those 5% are called for an one-to-one online interview. That interview usually lasts for like 30 to 40 minutes, and then there they give you an opportunity to present yourself. So if you want, then you can make a presentation about yourself and present them in that online interview.
Okay. So like I haven't visited the website yet, but now I have got the link and all information that I needed. So I'll definitely go ahead and will check all of the information. But before that, um, uh, so like there were two courses. I mean, there were two opportunities available. Like one was for the fully funded scholarship, and the other was not the scholarship portion.
Yeah,
So what are the possibilities and chances to get any of the either of the opportunities?
this is a very subjective question. I do not know. I cannot say. Like it heavily depends upon the competition you are facing that particular year, right? But what I can say is that the more you can make your profile relevant to the program you're applying to, the chances of you getting selected will increase. Because usually students think that okay, to get that was my thinking as well. Because before me, only I remember one student was selected for this AMGMD with scholarship, and she had a 5 years of teaching experience. So I thought, okay, I'm not gonna get this because I'm just a bachelor's. I've just graduated. I do not have any experience. So that's not the case. Like the selection committee will look into your complete profile. So try to make it as relevant to the program you're applying. There is no specific need. There is no specific criteria that you have to be very good in academics or you have to be gold medalist in the university. But believe me, getting good grades actually helps a lot. If you
Yes,
can,
definitely.
yes.
Actually, I mean, there is a huge amount that they are offering because, see, if I personally talk here with all of you guys present here, like I have got the offer letter from one of the university in Ireland, and the entire course fees for 1 year, it is
University.
15,000 euros.
Which university?
It is NCI.
NCI. Okay. I
National
got into
College
one
of
of the island university as well. Okay, no, that was Scotland. Yeah. So you were saying your fees is how much?
Yeah, it is 15,000 euros, and after getting the scholarship of 4,000
Euros
euros.
and not in pounds. That's okay.
Yeah, it is in euros, not in pounds. Because in UK specifically, it is in pounds, but I found that in Ireland, euros are the currency primary.
Okay.
So so yeah, but when I convert this particular amount, it is a huge amount for Indians specifically because it will cost you approximately 9 to 10 lakhs. So
Yes.
the entire fee or the entire scholarship that they are offering from Erasmus, that
Mhm.
is 50,000 euros. I mean, that is a very huge amount, because they are
I
also
know.
covering the living expenses and the other expenses as well. So that's really a good and great opportunity. What I have just heard about it right now, right away. I wasn't aware of it. And
Yes.
one of my friend is in Australia. So
Mhm.
he just suggested, because he also got a fully funded scholarship from somewhere, because he was in AMU, but we haven't got the opportunity to talk much about it. But
Okay.
yes, because he's busy right now these days, because having
Mhm.
the new culture, new country, and new
I told you that
course
that's a
and everything.
challenge.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
that's really a challenge. So I, yeah, I mean, basically I just heard about this and I joined this meeting, and really this was very meaningful and grateful information, seriously. So I will definitely go ahead and apply for this. And also, like, I have prepared all of the documents with me, and
Mhm.
so the same document, with the same documents, I can go ahead with this also, or do I need to re-modify and make them according to this particular course, or I mean this community, like then it can be relevant to them, so that
Yeah, actually, you should do that. You should make it relevant to the to the course you're applying to, because as I said, like open LOAs or a generic SOP, it's not going to help us, because the thing is like we face a huge amount of competition in Erasmus
Mhm.
courses. First of all, because of the huge amount of scholarship they're offering, so a lot of applicants apply. And then haven't told you one thing, like they have a very unique and complex selection criteria. Like they have a restriction of only 1 to 2 students from every country. So what happens, like since we are from India and Indians have a lot of students who wish to go abroad, so a lot of applicants from India apply, and therefore we face tougher competition as compared to someone who is coming from, say, Iran or Syria, who do
Mhm.
not have those many applicants.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's very important that you try to like align your profile into them, so that you stand out from those hundreds and thousands of other applicants.
Yes, basically, because when you started presenting your information and your skills, so I thought like, yeah, it's for the toppers and intellectuals only.
No, no, no,
So
it's not really. Believe me, it's not.
yeah.
It's not. It becomes difficult for us because, as I told you, like because of the competition. But it's not
Yeah,
the
yeah.
case. In my class, I have seen the entire spectrum. There is
Mhm.
one student who has 10 years of job experience in. He was an assistant professor. He was teaching in his country,
Mhm.
and he has already done his masters. He's again doing his second masters. And
Okay.
then I've also seen students who have just graduated from their country and they are here, and they themselves say that we are not that good into academics, we just did a lot of extracurriculars which like luckily aligned to the program they were applying to.
Mhm.
So do not feel disheartened about that. So you can surely get into it if you can make your profile more aligned towards the program you're applying to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much
Also,
for answering all of my questions.
no issues. I feel you were quite concerned about the scholarship and everything. I can tell you about this. Like I wrote that the scholarship amount is approximately 50,000 euros, because that's not the exact amount. The exact amount actually increases because what the scholarship they offer is like 50,000 euros. That's usually a cash amount. Like that's they're gonna give you anyway. And if you incur any other cost during your education, they're gonna refund that as well, like
Okay.
your housing insurance, your medical insurance. Like when I came here, I remember there was one fee I have to pay, that was called OFI fee. Every student who comes to France to study here, it's €100 fee they have to pay to the government, because then the government gives a lot of benefits to students. So since that fee was never mentioned in my in the website, but when I
Mhm.
asked them, they said no, it's gonna be refunded. So do not worry, like you will not be incurring any cost.
Yeah,
Like
I mean, yeah, I was seeming like little more concerned about it, because I'm trying since last year for the offer letter and for the scholarship to get,
Mhm.
and it's been a year and I'm still trying, because the amount that is there in the abroad to pursue any master's or PhD degree, so it is huge, actually, at least for me.
No, no,
So
believe
I
me,
cannot
it's for
afford that
every
particular
Indian
amount,
class.
so that's
It's
why
for
I was
everyone. It was
used to
for me
doing.
as well. It's for everyone. It's for everyone.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's why. And I was just, wondering, talking to the banks for the loans, and also reaching out to my relatives if they can sponsor me or something like. I mean, there are a lot of stuff which is just going on within this
I
year,
tried
so
that
that's
as
why.
well. I tried that as well. I try. One of my friend was trying to. He looked on to HDFC Cadila. They gives interest-free loans. Then there is SBI thing. Then there is a Tata Steel, Tata Jindal Association, which gives interest-free loans to students to study abroad. We have seen the entire spectrum.
Yes, yeah.
So,
I mean, that is what I'm going through.
yeah,
with these things.
I can understand. That's what I'm telling you. Since you're a software engineer, I have seen there are a lot of good programs. There is one program on data science. I do not remember the exact name of it, but go on to the catalog and search. There are a lot of programs for
Yeah.
your.
All right, I'll go because specifically I was looking for the DevOps and cloud computing, and eventually I got the offer letter from the same for the same course as well.
Mhm.
But the same thing that I had just mentioned about the fee and all. So okay,
But
I'll go definitely and check if there is something which is relevant to my skills and also that can help me in my future to get me better. So I'll definitely apply for that, and thank you so much.
no issues, anytime. So, do we have more questions from anyone? Like students, if you
Assalamu alaikum, Kamran.
Walaikum
Ashif.
Yeah.
So I'm an IT professional. Currently, I have like 1.25 years of experience. So I'm not as much interested in engineering. However, I'm an engineering graduate. So, but I have experience in, I mean, I want to pursue a management degree. And I've heard that France is pretty good. However, I could not find a course for in EMGMD for management. So if you have talked to someone who's pursuing management or something like that, and you could give us an insight now that you are in France.
Just because I'm in France is not does not give me any upper hand in AMGMD, because as I've told you, like it's from a consortium, it's from European Union. There are 28 other countries as well, and the programs they offer, they keeps on changing every year. In fact, they changes within a year as well. So you actually have to go to that link and surf that a lot of times. Like you have to check that every week, because they keep on updating the new courses if something is getting added up. And yeah, I guess management is not that difficult. AMGMD must have something. I remember there was one on tourism and management. The thing is, it would be very difficult if you're looking for very specific IT related management, because these Erasmus courses are very specific to what they need rather than what you want. So you might have to make a compromise if you really want to get into this, and if they do not have a exact offering of what you need. But apart from that, you can, as you said, France is actually quite good in management. Like France is the motherland of masters in management engineering programs. There are other stuff as well, and France is very, very socialist community. It is very good for students. Like our food, our travel, everything is usually partially sponsored by France. So you can try for other courses as well, which are offered in France.
Thank you. Thank you. That helps a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, we will share the recording of this session. That's why we're actually recording it. So do not worry. We have a Facebook page of AMUSU. If you guys know, you should try that out, and I will try to record this session on that. Sorry, on a YouTube page. We have a YouTube page on AMUSU. Just go on YouTube and search AMUSU, and you'll find that. And I'll upload that by evening or by tomorrow. Okay, so do we have any other question, I guess?
Yeah, if there is any more question, then please ask, or we will end the session.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम।
जी भाई, मैं AMU से हूँ।
माशाल्लाह
तो
जी।
मैं अभी करंटली मैं फाइनल ईयर में हूँ बॉटनी। तो
हम्म।
अभी जैसे मुझे EMGMD के लिए अप्लाई करना होगा, तो मैं अप्लाई करूँ 2022 में, या क्या अभी से मतलब 4th सेमेस्टर की ट्रांसक्रिप्ट निकाल के यहाँ से?
आप अभी आप फाइनल ईयर में अपने?
जी, 5th सेमेस्टर।
आप 5th सेमेस्टर में आप क्या कर रहे हैं? बैचलर्स किस में कर रहे हैं? MUC?
बॉटनी।
So you must be doing a BSc, right?
Yeah, BSc honors.
So you will be graduating, I'm pretty sure, by in August of 2022, I guess, maybe.
Maybe.
August 2022.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, definitely you should start applying from this year. The intake which opens right now in October, that's for next year actually. So yes, you'll have to apply right now. So you should get the transcript of whatever semesters you have. It's not an issue. They just want to look like how well paced you are in your academics. And they also often they ask for the course catalog, that what you're gonna study in the next semester as well. And they try to find a balance that, okay, will you be able to manage the curriculum offered in the Erasmus course? So yes, you should apply right now. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions?
I think there are no more questions.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Yeah, I have one question that I have done research in agricultural field. One, I have done that efficacy of homeopathic medicine in cases of increasing crop productivity
Okay.
to combat abiotic and biotic stress. And the other one is that we have made SC nanocomposite, and to that we have coated it with a polymer, biopolymer, and in that we have applied it to both soil as well as plants to see what results will come. So will my research field, in my research field, will I get a chance to go in any other Europe countries in on the basis of this research paper?
You're specifically asking for Erasmus courses or any courses in Europe?
No, I want to pursue this research work. So will there be my place to go to abroad for this purpose, especially in Europe for this purpose?
Yes, actually there will be. Actually, you know what? Like agriculture field and nanotechnology is quite a hot topic in Europe right now. You will
Yeah.
find ample of opportunities in Europe. The only issue would be you might not find those many opportunities in the Erasmus specific courses, which I have mentioned already. I do not know about agriculture a lot. You should go to the AMJMD catalog and look if you can find any course which resembles to your experience. And if you cannot find, then it's not an issue. Like you can look on for other opportunities in Europe, be it specific or regular master's program. And yes, you can do a lot of research in these programs, because you know what, Europe is quite independent in agriculture. India, we say that India is an agriculture prone country, but we still have a huge starvation rate, right?
Yeah, but here in India, there is no future of the research work.
Yeah,
When we
that's
get, yeah, we don't get a specific lab to conduct our research work.
yes.
Government does not gives us fund to complete that research. We
Yes,
have to apply our own funds to do all these things.
No, don't worry. Europe offers a very good platform, and mostly in Europe, like masters, I cannot say about masters, but like all the PhDs are very well funded for all these things. And usually, masters, there are a lot of grants from government which you can get in masters in Europe. So even if you get into a program which does not give you complete scholarship, and you have a very good idea of research which you are telling me, then you
Yeah.
can apply for those grants. Even the Erasmus, which I'm telling you, the Erasmus is a huge organization. It's an intracontinental organization of 28 countries. AMJMD is a very small subset of that organization. There is one more scholarship called Erasmus Plus scholarship. So if you get into any of the European countries a master's program in agriculture, and you have a very good idea about these things, then you can apply it to Erasmus Plus with that idea, and they'll give you grant, and they give a very handsome grant. Believe me, it's very good.
Yeah, but what I have pursued is I have done graduate in homeopathic medicine. But
It doesn't matter. If you get into the master's program once, it won't matter for the grant, because they do not care much about where you come from. They care more about where you have to go. So the only issue for you would be to get into a master's program, a bachelor's degree in Europe. If we can somehow find an admission, then you will get then you can inshallah get the grant.
thank you.
I saw we have a few more participants joining quite late. For them, do not worry. We are recording our session. We're gonna upload that session on the YouTube page of AMUSO. Also, I made a short presentation about all the know-hows of the Erasmus course. I'll upload that presentation in a PDF form as well. So even if you missed something, you can check it from there. If you have any general question about AMGMD, you can ask right now, or you can always contact me. I have shared my contact details in the presentation as well. I'm always available. Is there any other questions? Like, students, if you want, you can type the questions as well in the chat box. It's totally fine.
I think there are no more questions.
Yes.
So
Okay,
should we
wait,
stop the recording?
someone is trying to enter, I guess. Students are coming in now. Yeah, almost done. I guess a new participant. We have a new participant. I will just repeat again the same thing. We are about to end our session as we are already done with our presentation. If you missed something or you joined quite late, you can find the recording of this session on AMUSO's YouTube page. You can go on there and you'll find this recording. I'll also try to share the PDF of the presentation I shared. It has all the details of how to apply, when to apply, and a few tips and tricks which I found useful for my application. And you can contact me on my personal handles as well. Okay, so we have a question. I have done BE in electronics. What courses can I apply through Erasmus? Okay, so for electronics, there are a lot of courses in robotics I have seen. That's a very good thing. So if you have some experience in robotics, you can go through them. And as I said, like the AMG MD catalog is huge. It keeps on updating every day. So you have to go to that catalog link I have shared in my presentation. And okay. So yeah, again, I would say the same thing. You have to go to that course catalog and you have to look for like if you can find any relevant field. But for electronics, I can tell you there are 2-3 courses which are quite relevant, I guess. In fact, you will find a lot of courses which are very relevant for humanities and sciences. For engineering, it's not that much. I do not know why, and that's why the competition gets more tougher. But for electronics, I know they are. So you should really go to that catalog. Yeah, this one actually is quite good. Yeah. Okay, I have already shared the link on my presentation. Do you want me to give me 1 second? I'll share it again. Okay, so you can go onto this link. It's the link of the catalog, and just click on the link. It will open a page with around 150 AMGMD courses. There are a lot of filters. Write electronics on the filters or whatever the relevant field is, and it's going to show you only those courses which are relevant to you. Sure. Okay, so no more questions, I guess then. Guys, do not worry if you feel reluctant to ask questions right now in here. You can always email me. I'll try to answer them there as well. I cannot promise on the promptness of the response because I'm quite busy during the week. But during the weekend, I'll definitely, inshallah, reply to you. Okay, then Abdul. Okay. Yeah. Okay, then Abdul, I think so. We can end the session now.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay, then. Okay, guys. Thank you for joining this session. And find the link, find the recording of this session on YouTube page today or tomorrow. And I wish you all the best for your application. I'll always be available for you guys. Feel free to contact me anytime. Okay. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you all.
Okay, so we should end this meeting now. Okay, so I'm going to end this meeting. Bye bye, guys. All the best.